Good morning. It's 5:30 and I've actually been up since 3, but it's finally enough daylight so I can film this. But I just wanted to quickly just share a little story about what happens when you commit 100% to something. So you might hear that train in the background. For those of you who've been following my journey, you'll know that 2 weeks before the end of the third term this year, my daughter adamantly decided that she was no longer going to go to school. It was not up for discussion. She just was not going to go. And I knew well enough that forcing her would have only made things worse. So we decided to homeschool. And the journey over the last couple of months has been really awesome, actually, for her and I being able to connect. And we've always had a really strong bond, but it was really nice to be able to spend that time together. This week on Tuesday, I was listening to a webinar about a program through doTERRA that I had been really wanting to do. It's called Diamond Club. And even though I was really excited about it and really wanting to do it, there was still a part of me just in the background thinking, what if I don't qualify? Because there's obviously things you need to meet in order to qualify for this 4-month, really intensive training. And as I was watching the webinar on Tuesday, I realized that I can qualify for this. I can do it. I can totally be there. And something really clicked inside of me, and I was like, yep, I'm doing this. I'm 100% committed. I'm going to be in Diamond Club next year. And so I don't think it's any coincidence that less than 2 hours later, I was sitting at the dining table. This is really bad lighting. Sorry about that. It's very shiny. But I was sitting at the dinner table doing some colouring in with my daughter, and she just said something. I actually can't even for the life of me remember what it was. And I just looked at her and I said, "Do you want to go back to school?" And she just shrugged, and I went, "It's okay, if you want to go back to school, it's your choice." It was her choice to homeschool, so I believe it's totally her choice to go back to school if she wanted to. Certainly not something I would never have made her do to fit in with my life. But yeah, she was like, maybe. And so I thought, well, I might just email the teacher and just let her know that she was thinking about it, and to see what the chances are of getting her back in that same class with all her friends next year. And the teacher emailed me back yesterday morning, and super excited because she loved Piper, and said, I'm going to talk to the principal first thing this morning, so and see what we can do. So because I wanted to make sure that she could get back with her friends before we progressed any further. And so at 11 o'clock yesterday morning, I had a phone call from the principal saying yes, they do have a spot for her and she can go back into her same class with all her friends, but she needed to know today, as in yesterday. So I got off the phone and I spoke to Pipes and just said what the go was, and asked her what she wanted to do and does she want to go back to school next year. And she said yes. So she's going back to school. And here's the thing, is that all of the other thing that was going around in my head with Diamond Club was, how on earth am I going to make this work? Because there's a lot of travel involved. How on earth am I going to make this work when I'm homeschooling my daughter? I knew I would, because I'd been guided so strongly towards this, and I knew I was meant to be doing it. So I knew somehow, some way, it would all pan out, but I have to admit I was kind of freaking out about it. So I am actually still reeling about this, because I just, the universe totally supports us when we commit. I've experienced that with my doTERRA journey. And as soon as I committed 100%, I'm doing this business, my business is growing really fast, and because I'm just in it 100%, and I totally committed to it. And I realized that's something that I hadn't ever done before. I was always at about 99, 98%, really loving what I was doing, but I'd never fully committed like I have with this. And that is what makes the difference. That is what absolutely changes everything when we commit 100%, because the universe steps up and sees that we're committed and supports us in that journey. So I just wanted to share that story with you because some may say it's a coincidence. She had never once in the whole time mentioned that she would want to go back to school. In fact, the complete opposite. I'd asked her a few times and I said, I said, you can go back to school if you want to. No, she was adamant she wasn't going back to school throughout the whole term. And now all of a sudden it was a complete flip. So coincidence maybe, but I don't see it like that. So that's all I wanted to share with you. This video has actually gone a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but I just wanted to say that commit 100% to whatever it is you're doing, and the universe will step up and support you. Thank you, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.